Iron palm. I'm getting questions about iron palm, and individuals are asking about it and what is it and why someone would want to practice it. So iron palm is simply put the practice of developing strength, but more than strength is developing both sensitivity and insensitivity in the hands. In practice, what we're doing is we are conditioning the hands, different parts of the hands, the fingers, the palm, the base of the palm, the whole palm, the back of the hand, the side of the hand, sometimes the top, the tiger's mouth of the hand, this area of the hand, but essentially the entire hand is conditioned by using bags filled with different materials, or just the materials themselves without the bag, to hit against the hand. All right, I'm going to show you a little bit about what that looks like here. Why would we want to condition our hands? Traditionally, the hands are conditioned for martial arts. So when warriors say, or martial artists are grappling, right, getting into close quarter combat where there's gripping and twisting, and where you could break fingers, control somebody else's limbs, the wrists, through the through the hand, the wrist, or the spine, or there are strikes, right, hitting another body with the hand in different positions, can inflict different kinds of blows, right? Sometimes the fingers, even for, say, like gouging out the eyes, that's a really extreme example, but the fingers are also conditioned to inflict a lot of either pain directly, like through the eyes, or to strike the body, and specific acupuncture points, meridian lines on the body that can damage the body. So that's the extreme reason for why we would practice. In the modern times, where we're not trying to gouge, we don't need to gouge people's eyes out or strike them to the body to inflict damage. For me personally, developing the iron palm was both a romantic endeavor, whereby I found out about the practice and I thought, that's something that I really want to learn. But also, as a physical laborer, my hands were not always very strong, and oftentimes I'm having to I'm either hitting or getting hit by hard material, often wood, but other tools, bang in my hands, or shovel, or just whatever, right? Always working with my hands started to actually condition my hands for me. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of briefly as I can, show you a little bit about what this looks like. And so I've got the two bags out here. I've got this bag here, which is filled with sand. Okay, so there's just beach sand in here. And I have this Pro-Force bag. It has a zipper on top of it. I just filled this with sand. And then you can kind of see my concrete block set up here. Right, so I have it stacked to a height that allows me to get into some kind of a low stance. And then from here, I just work with different hand positions to hit the bag. Now, I'm not going to demonstrate in this video, I'm not demonstrating iron palm specifically. I'm just explaining what iron palm is. The other piece is that in this practice, and in all traditional body conditioning practices, lineament is used very liberally on the body. So in my personal iron palm practice, before I start hitting the bags, I'm going to take this lineament and put it on my hands and rub it into my hands and rub my fingers together and like really massage like the palms, massage the tendons, and just get the lineament in there. And then I'll begin my practice, because I'm essentially bruising my hands, but on a very small scale. And I've learned over time to inflict less damage to my hands and try and not to try so hard. Then I'll do a round of practice, and my hands will start to build. There's a lot of warmth. I can feel like a lot of the chi that's in the hand, learning to relax my shoulders, because an iron palm strike or a heavy hand strike is about relaxation in the upper body, so that when the strike is extended or the strike meets its target, it's very heavy and deep and penetrative. Not similar to like a classic boxing punch, which I guess if you're doing it right, it's a lot of force, like muscular tension and force behind the punch. In iron palm, there's almost no muscular force or tension. It's all done with internal energy. And that's the other reason to cultivate and practice iron palm, is it's really about developing relaxation in the body and the transference of energy internally. So I'll finish my practice, I'll take more of this lineament, rub it all over my hands, and then I'm done. So that's the little bit of the introduction. Also, another thing is that as a body worker, as somebody who works with my hands as a physical laborer, sure, but then I'm also placing my hands on bodies and feeling for sensitivities, very, very subtle energy, somatic explorations of tissue in the body. Sometimes I need my hands to be incredibly sensitive also, and able to create both very, very light pressure and also to be able to penetrate deeper into the body to sense what's happening. And iron palm really supports this. Oftentimes I'll make contact on the chest or around the abdomen, and I really want to get like deep, but I'm not just pushing into somebody's body. I can actually rest my hand very lightly on someone's body and then start to actually extend the weight of my hand without pushing. I can actually extend the weight of my hand energetically deeper into the tissue layers of the body. And this, I think, comes directly from my practice of iron palm, even though I didn't always know that's what I was doing. So there's a little introduction. I hope you learned something. And if the interest keeps up, maybe I'll start doing a couple videos of just some of the practices, some of the hand positions and techniques that I've learned and continue to work with.